Alright guys, welcome back to the third match here with Mardu Pyromancer. We're currently 1-1 in this modern competitive league. Fortunately, we're on the draw. It's really risky, but we have a bunch of threes and the more top end. I don't think this is something we can reasonably keep. That happens to me a lot, where I like mulligan a one-lander and then I run into a zero-lander. Let's go ahead and mulligan again. Yeah, well, it's got lands. And that's a land on top, so that means we can Thoughtseize on turn 1. Tolaria West could mean that we're up against Amulet Bloom. Could be a couple different things here, though. I think I'm going to go ahead and fetch up a basic swamp in the case that we end up drawing a Blood Moon, although it's possible that I'm just supposed to get... Ooh, this is like, what, Tezzerator? Jeez. Ensnaring Bridge we can deal with, Crucible we can deal with because we have Kolaghan's Command, but we probably want to take one of those currently, and Crucible probably presents the most annoying set of events here, so let's go ahead and take the Crucible. It means that like they can't go turn 4 Crucible and then get a land off of it, so it looks like they play Tarn. Looks like they got something to play here. Steam Vents, okay. EE for 2. Mishra's Bauble. Alright. That's another land, which is really nice for us. So EE is on 2. They went and cracked the Bauble, targeting us. So we're definitely going to fetch here so that they don't have that information. I imagine they'll play Inventor's Fair here. Oh, Cascade Bluffs, interesting. So that means that Tezzeret could be online soon. I'm kind of interested in getting this Liliana the Last Hope going to start building towards an ultimate. So we'll just go ahead and get a Blood Crypt here. And a Blackleaf Cliffs it is. Yeah, I'm just going to start building towards an ult here. Because we know all but one card in our opponent's hand here. And most of those can't interact with Liliana right now. Alright, Inventor's Fair is down. Double Ensnaring Bridge. Alright, that could be annoying. If we can find like a Thoughtseize effect here, that would be nice, but no Thoughtseize. So let's go ahead and keep ticking up. And we'll play Lingering Souls. But we do have K Command in hand, so that's already one answer to one of these. Mox Opal was such a good draw here. Oh my god. I think it was a good draw. And they have another EE for 0. Jeez. Our opponent's just playing with us here. They could get like... Do you have anything that can give them Artifacts Hexproof here with Tezzeret? But if they go for X equals 0, I guess they can get a Welding Jar. Yeah, that's annoying. No reason to attack here or play out more Lingering Souls, so I'll just go ahead and play a land here. Wow, Welding Jar is such a good find off of Tezzeret. Wow. Ghost Quarter. Was I just supposed to take the Tezzeret, maybe? And they have a second Welding Jar? Jeez. I don't think there's any reason to just use up this Kolaghan's Command, is there? Let's go ahead and start with a looting. Maybe we can find something. Thoughtseize isn't great. None of this stuff is great here from this point on. We need to like find some lightning bolts to hopefully get rid of this Tezzeret. Alright, that's a lightning bolt, which means we can clear it up with lightning bolt plus K Command. We're running into some really bad matchups this league. Tron into Living End into whatever this is. Chalice of the Void? Yeah, I guess. Guess you can do that if you want. You play a land. Are you going to Chalice of the Void for 3 here for K command? Well, we can at least kill this Tezzeret. And our opponent gets an artifact for 1 here. Expedition map for... Let's go ahead and get an emblem here. Do we have another lootings in the yard? No, so... Tech Edge. Alright, no Crucible at least. Oh, but they can lock us out of the game here. Alright, I'm just going to scoop it up here for you guys. So what they're going to do is make us so we run out of lands by Ghost Courting and Tech Edging us as they get back. They're going to get the Academy Ruins with this, and then, yeah, we're not winning this game. Let's go ahead and just pack it up. Let's go home here. All of these seem good. Hazoret is an alternate win con. They might play Whir, but I don't think Collective Brutality is particularly worth it. Fatal Push is not worth it. Can probably cut Terminate and Dreadbore in some numbers. Blood Moon seems okay. Last Hope, even though we can ult it, doesn't seem that great here. Alright, so we have 60 cards here. Is there any card we would consider over what we currently have? We probably want to trim 1 Lightning Bolt here for... Nah. Lightning Bolt interacts with our Planeswalkers. I mean, it runs into Chalice of the Void pretty easily, but I think that's okay. Although an unanswered Liliana just sometimes gets there, so I think 1 Lily might be worth it. I imagine our opponent probably has some sort of relics in this matchup too, which might make life really uncomfortable for us, but let's go ahead and... Yeah, it's a hand! It's definitely a keep, let's just say that. Doesn't have any hate pieces or anything like that, but we do have this Inquisition, maybe take like a Chalice of the Void. Double Welding Jar, Pyrite Spellbomb, Sorcerer's Spyglass, Spellskite. Oh crap. So they don't have any gas here. They also don't have blue mana. Does that hit lands? It does hit fetch lands. It also hits Planeswalkers. Pirate Spellbomb does draw them a card. And if I want to deny them kind of like going through their deck, then maybe that's correct. Spellskite, yeah, Spellskite's not that annoying. Well, Spellskite's a little bit annoying. I think we just take the Spellbomb, slow them down, because that is also their turn 1 play. Ghost Quarter, Welding Jar, Double Welding Jar, sure. This is what I get for not playing my Stony Silences today. Running into 2 matchups where Stony Silence would have been excellent. And they found their blue mana, so that's annoying. Let's go ahead and crack this fetch now. We'll get a Sacred Foundry tapped. So we know all but one of the cards in their hand. So they could name a fetch land here. That doesn't seem like a winning line here, but they probably want to name like, well, I guess they do want to name a land here. Like, oh my god, land cuts us off of playing Lingering Souls. That is... Wow. Alright. Whoops. We should probably at least play it, right? Maybe I was supposed to take the Sorcerer's Spyglass? Am I just like misplaying every turn here? Have the bridge too. I think I want to let go of one of these lightning bolts, but not both. Thoughtseize, well, it's a spell we can cast. I guess we could have Thoughtseized ourselves here. Probably, now they have like triple protection, but if we hit a land, then maybe I can like make them discard this Witchbane Orb. You have Hexproof. That does seem kind of annoying, but I think we need to fight through what they have here. Right? Whatever they have, they can't play it, which is good for us. And that's a mountain, which means that we can try to fight over this Ensnaring Bridge, or we could just play Lingering Souls. I think we'd rather start fighting over this Ensnaring Bridge here. And on their upkeep, I'm going to make them discard and destroy an artifact. Yep, they regenerate the Ensnaring Bridge, but then they have to discard a card here. They did discard the Witchbane Orb, and they play a land. Faithless Looting. Does that help us? 1, 2, 3, 4? Maybe. I think I'll start there. Cumball, huh? Kind of like Cumball. Cumball is really annoying for my opponent. Go ahead and cast your spells. I will go ahead and drain you for 2 every time. Sure. They're floating in blue. Do they just want to play a 4-drop? Well, oh, they're playing War of Invention here? For a bunch, which is kind of scary. Well, take 2. You can have each opponent's upkeep exile all card from their hand face down. And then they get to draw an extra card. So how many do we have in the yard here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this Reveler is pretty cheap. I didn't play a land because I'm an idiot, apparently. I thought maybe if we hit an untapped land with a 3-drop, we might want to play it. Man, our opponent is up to 3 cards, but if we can land this Blood Moon, we might be in an okay spot. Oh, wow! Oh, well, never mind. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying here. I don't know why I'm saying wow. Can't attack. Cannot attack. Let's go ahead and play this Blood Moon. Shuts off Academy Ruins. And now we can even Faithless Looting to dig for more Kolaghan's Commands and Wear Tears. Ooh, Hazoret. Wow. Now that is a nice alternate win condition, if I do say so myself. Now, Bottled Cluster plus Ensnaring Bridge is a pretty sweet combo for my opponent. I will give them that. So unfortunately, Hazoret cannot swing here, but we can start shocking them in the face. I wonder if they have like a board sweeper that can handle what's going on here. Discard these souls. Obviously, Inquisition does not do anything, so let's just go ahead and pass. And keep draining our opponent with Hazoret here. That's the best we can do. Our opponent doesn't have that many spells that they can safely cast into this Kumbal here. Young Pyromancer, no reason to play that out. So our opponent can't War of Invention either here. They would need like Mox Opal. And so Hazoret can ding them for 2, And then there's just a limited amount of non-creature spells they can actually cast before they deal with this Kumbal. And so I can't actually recast Kumbal here because I have my own Blood Moon out. So if they can bounce it with like a Repeal or something awkward like that, then we would obviously be in a pretty rough spot. Not gonna lie. But we have an out here, right? And we play to those outs as best as we can. We're hoping that our opponent is sitting on a bunch of cheap non-creature spells here, like Mishra's Baubles and Mox Opals, and maybe a War of Invention as well. I feel like normally these decks, these decks don't have to play the Thopter combo. Yeah, I thought they usually did, but when it goes to discard, they'd rather discard their cards than play their spells. That is a really good sign for us. If we had like a draw 2, okay, well, they're not playing anything now. Anguished Unmaking, man, we don't have a white source, obviously. But Anguished Unmaking gets around Welding Jar too, which is pretty sweet. Unfortunately, we don't have a basic planes here, obviously, but I think if my opponent wants to go off, they have to go off this turn. I don't think they have much time, right? Because we'll ding with Hazoret, and then ding again with Hazoret, and then they'll go down to 4, and so then they'll only be able to play 2 spells for the rest of the game. I guess that's a Spellskite. It's maybe better than discarding. Oh no! Well, they go to 4. Now they name Hazoret. That's really rough for us. They found the Sorcerer's Spyglass, but they still can only play 2 spells for the rest of the game. And we might be able to fight through it. Essentially looking for our wear and tears here. I guess some burn spells would also do because they don't have hexproof. Kolaghan's Commands would be fine. Another Reveler is not the worst. I guess I'll play a land. Wow, I guess I can also just play the Reveler. Alright, those are cards. Liliana of the Veil Ultimate is a real card. So now, with the Kolaghan's Command Shock, they can only play 1 non-creature spell for the rest of this game, essentially. So if they play a land. Oh, I guess Spellskite... Well, if Spellskite is already a target, can they redirect? I guess Liliana can clear it first, because I don't know. Do we have any Bedlam Revelers in our graveyard? No. So let's go ahead and say deals 2 damage to any target. And so we probably want to destroy this Ensnaring Bridge, force them to pop. Well, we could probably just go for the Sorcerer's Spyglass. Oh my god, I don't have red mana. Clearly, I don't know how to play Magic. Very clearly here. Opponent floats a red just because they can. Another Spellskite. Okay, well, I guess I screwed up, right? Let's go ahead and tick up here, discard our Thoughtseize. So I'm going to do a quick lookup on the K-Command Spellskite ruling because I am not sure about that, and I don't want to screw up the game just because I don't know the ruling. Yeah, so I don't think I can actually K-Command the way I want to. They can redirect the shock effect to Spellskite. So that means I'll have to get rid of Spellskite next turn with Liliana if I want to be able to do that. I mean, all these Spellskites make me want to keep in Fatal Push. Wow, they found another island. That means they could play Tezzeret here. If they wanted to. Is that worth it? Can they win with one more spell this game? This is a tough Hadim. What in the world? Well, artifacts now have hexproof, so that's annoying. Alright, let's go ahead and make you sacrifice. Looks like they're keeping around their Spellskite, which makes sense. I wonder just what they can have here at 4 life. I mean, we're playing towards more Kolaghan's commands, Lightning Bolts, Wear and Tears, Teleria West. Okay. Sure. Island. Okay. They want another blue source for War of Invention, maybe? We really need, not lands. Say it with me, friends, not lands. We've gone through 2 lootings, and we're pretty far through our deck here. Ah, man. I feel like I played this wrong somewhere along the way. Again, Island gets them War of Invention online, but do they want War of Invention online? I'm not sure they do. Engineer Explosives for 2? Holy crap! They have a single welding jar for that? Yeah. This seems like it might be lights out for them. Right, I crack that, they can save 1 thing, and then Hazaret can ping them to death? So we'll see what they want to save here. Alright, they want to save that. And now we can K-Command. Wow, not playing out our land the turn before. Looks like that came back to bite us. But I think destroying that. Well, how does this read exactly? Oh my gosh, I can just kill the ensnaring bridge now, right? And deal them too. Oh my gosh! All right, well, it looks like we pulled a game 3 out of this, out of our hat here. Do we want Fatal Pushes to deal with Spell Skites, which they clearly seem to have a lot of? Bolt doesn't seem fantastic. I don't really want Liliana the Last Hope either, now that I think about it. The rest of our deck does seem pretty okay. Just have to think about how we want to prioritize our cards here. Probably one Fatal Push is okay. Yeah, we probably want the third Lightning Bolt. I don't know if I want Lily, especially because they have some weird stuff. And Bolt can go to the face, but again, not in the face of a lot of Spell Skites. Maybe Terminate's just better than Fatal Push? I don't think so, though. I think this is fine. I think we do want one Fatal Push here. And we want to have a really disruptive start here. This might qualify, but not really, right? A K command is all we really have here. Opponent keeps their 7. We could looting into some stuff, but if we don't hit a land, this could be rough. But I think this hand has high upside, considering we have Kolaghan's Command, we have Lily, we have Lingering Souls. No hand disruption. Our opponent just unloading their hand here. Let's go ahead and play the Faithless Looting. Hope to hit some lands off the top. Wow, no lands. That's really bad for us. I think that's just horrible, actually. We need to hit a land off the top right now, next turn, to be able to basically interact with our opponent in any way. Sorcerer's Spyglass. Our opponent sees our greedy hand here, and they're going to say, okay, I know the top card of your deck, so yeah, I probably should have mulliganed this hand. I don't know. On the play, on the draw with a Faithless Looting and the land, it just seems like we have the tools. They probably name Liliana of the Veil here is my guess. A serious punishment would be our opponent just not even having any like three mana spells in hand. I find that hard to believe, but oh, thank God. Thank God. I think we want to definitely lead on Inquisition here. Don't want our opponent to just Padim. Padim is really strong. Thing is, they can't cast Whir for a while. We may just want to take the Spellskite and then just like land a Young Pyromancer. Yeah, they're quite a bit away from Whir, and if we can land this Blood Moon, then we might be in a good spot. They can cycle Pyrite Spellbomb to draw a card. Looks like they didn't get there, so I'm gonna go ahead and play out my Young Pyromancer. Hope my opponent stumbles a little bit more. All right, no stumble. I mean, no. Nothing crazy going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and Thoughtseize right now. Question is, what do I want to take? Ensnaring Bridge is, I mean, they're stuck on cards, and Ensnaring Bridge is really not that good. Especially if I can Blood Moon and trap all these cards in their hand, it's really not that good. What presents this? I think it's still Ensnaring Bridge does present the scariest of possibilities here. I don't want to have to fight over a resolved Ensnaring Bridge, and then Welding Jar, and then all that shenanigans. Alright, opponent does that. I can bolt them on my turn, at the end of their turn. Looks like they found a land. Did they find anything to do with it? Alright, another Mishra's Bauble. Not the worst card. If we can land Blood Moon next turn, I think we're in a good spot here. No Blood Moon. That's a shame. Let's see, how many cards do we have in our yard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So can't quite do what we want to do. So let's go ahead and just attack. And maybe we just want to flashback Lingering Souls, present a larger board presence. It means we're a little bit farther away from Bedlam Reveler, but I think if our opponent plays Padim next turn, then we won't be able to really attack on the ground, so being able to still attack in the air seems pretty important. Alright, there's a land. That means they can cast the Word of Invention here for X equals 3, which means that they can cast that for a Ensnaring Bridge. Not going great for us here. I guess they can also whir for a Spellskite. Just have a hard time. They're going to 2, which means they're in shock range for Kolaghan's Command if we draw a land. They need a lot of stuff here. X equals 3. I don't think Ensnaring Bridge does it though, right? I don't think they can unload their hand enough. Okay, Mishra's Bauble is a good start to unloading their hand here, but can they go down to 0 cards? I don't think they can. I'm a little bit stressed, but wow, they're just Mishra's Bobbling now. That means, yeah, wow. Whew, we ended up getting there against, you know, kind of this artifact prison deck. That was really tough, but I'm glad we were able to get there, you know, off of our 1 land keep. I don't think it was that greedy. I mean, Faithless Looting, a draw for a turn, then a draw the next turn. That's like a land in the top 4 cards of your deck. You have, at that point, anywhere from 49 to 53 cards left in your deck. Or 52, 53. I think the odds are in our favor with 19 lands left in the deck. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I know that was kind of a long one, and it was kind of a pain to watch, I'm sure. But thank you so much for sticking around, and stay tuned for the 4th match coming up in just a second.